We just kicked off the second day of the Pomegranate Film Festival and we saw the film Yerek Yerego, and with me is the director of the film, Arshak Amirbekyan. Hi Arshak, it's nice to see you here. Can you tell me how you came across this story?
Actually, this story belonged to my father, but I have changed it a lot. I've changed it a lot because this story, I like this story because it was somewhat challenging, you know, and I did challenge my father. It's a tribute and challenge, same time.
How did you deal with such a small budget?
Actually, we did it with, you know, the camera belonged to my cameraman, Haik. It was his own camera, HDV, so we solved that one problem. Editing was done by me, and also color correction, sound. So most of the economy came from doing it myself.
What about the actors? Were you able to pay the actors, or?
Yes, actors actually were paid, but because in Armenia, actually actors receive very low wages, so I told them I'm paying you twice as much as the theater pays you, so they agreed.
And you had such incredible actors. They really brought the audience into the film, and we were able to feel with the actors what they were feeling. Today we had the Canadian premiere of How We Live, and we have the co-producer, co-director, Sara Anjargolian with us. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. So this is really a two-part effort. You first started with, or I don't know, did you first start with the book or the film?
Actually, the first part of it was the photography. So I returned back to Armenia in the summer of 2009 to document kind of the society's underbelly, sort of the life on the margins of society in Armenia. And mostly I spent time with families that were dealing with poverty. And the project's the lead medium is still photography. But at the same time, I also did video interviews and some video footage of the families and circumstances. And when I returned with all that material, I worked with an LA-based editor, Amirbekyan, and we put together the piece.
So you're always planning on doing both?
I didn't know that it would be this film. I knew that there was possibly going to be a video film component to it, but I hadn't kind of conceived of what it ended up to be. At the time, I was very moved mostly by doing still photography. That was the sort of lead for the project.
This is also a multimedia exhibit that travels around. Can you tell me what that entails?
Sure. So when I returned from Armenia, I ended up working with a LA-based curator. Her name is Narina Mirzayan, and she conceived of this exhibition where the images were enlarged to 5 feet by 7 feet, very large, printed on canvas, and they were hanging in a warehouse space where people were able to kind of walk through the images and really engage the images. So that's one piece of this. And then of course there's the film, which is in the film festival, and then there's also a book that's also called How We Live, Life on the Margins in Armenia. It's a hardcover book of all of the still images, and it tells the story of specifically 9 families who are living in these circumstances.
Annual Pomegranate Film Festival Gala Night, where tonight's film is going to be Army of Crime, starring Simon Abkarian, and the music's playing, the crowd is gathered, and we're ready to see a film tonight. Co-chair of the 5th Annual Pomegranate Film Festival, Sally Sahakyan. Hi, Sally. So the film festival, the gala night, is already on its way. Everybody came for the cocktail hour, and now everybody's inside watching Army of Crime. How does it feel after all of this hard work for it to become a reality?
It's crazy. It's amazing. It feels great. I'm excited. I woke up this morning with butterflies in my stomach. It's all thanks to everybody that put in so much work throughout the year for this to become a reality, and we're very excited and very happy. It's a success.
Army of Crime, the gala film tonight, and with me is Robert Rotenberg, the author of Old City Hall. Robert, I'm curious to know what your thoughts are on the movie.
Well, first of all, Parev. Did I get that right? Yeah. It was very, very moving. First of all, as someone who's Jewish and seeing this Armenian film, you can see how the two people are so similar. And in the film, it's the Jews and the Armenians who are fighting against the fascists. And I lived in Paris. So, it's very close to me. It's very close to me. I thought the film was really interesting. And what I found really interesting was it didn't let the French off the hook. It showed that the French propaganda and that it was actually the French who were the ones who were against the Armenians, who were against the Jews, who were against everyone else. I thought it was a very good film.
It's a powerful message, and like any movie about World War II, it is important for new generations to know about what really happened in the undercover movement in France in this case, no? And in every movement, in every place, in every situation, thanks to a movie like this with a very powerful message, makes us realize and appreciate the freedom. And some people don't appreciate the freedom that we have and live these days, but it's going back to those years that we realize that, God, we will never have to come back to those years.
Valentina?
In my side, I was very impressed with the production, with the acting, but the history about this Armenian wife, the Armenian woman, the courage, the love that she has for her husband, you can see that courage and that love today. And I think this is part of the Armenian way to see the family, and I think it's very beautiful and very touching, that part of the movie. Like Haik say, the people who makes the difference in the middle of the world, but the family, the concept of the love of the family is very tough and very powerful in that movie. Yes.